Who's getting that donkey?
That donkey. That donk.
Donkey of the day right there.
The Breakfast Club, bitches.
You can call me the donkey of the day, but I mean no harm.
Yes, donkey of the day for Thursday, May 19th goes to a 15-year-old Ohio boy who has not been named because he's 15. Okay, let's talk about the struggle of putting your kids to bed. Parents, how much of a struggle is bedtime? Okay, I have young kids, 6, 3, and 7 months, so of course they don't be wanting to go to sleep. But my 13-year-old, when it's time for her to go to bed, it's never a problem. Envy, you got 17 kids. You are contributing to the formula shortage in this country. You, Nick Cannon, and Kiki Wyatt. But have you ever had a problem with any of your teenage kids wanting to go to sleep?
Teenage kids?
Yeah, your teenager kids. Like, meaning you told one of your teenage kids to go to bed and, they didn't listen.
No.
Me neither. The 13-year-old has no problem going to sleep. But in this situation with this 15-year-old kid in Ohio, him and his dad got into an argument over bedtime. I guess dad wanted him to go to sleep, and the 15-year-old said no. He wasn't having it. Woo! Disrespecting your parents at 15 is choosing violence, okay? Especially when you're a 15-year-old son disrespecting your father. That is choosing violence, all right? Parents, we know that feeling, too. You want to tell the little boy, take your ass to sleep, okay, so me and your mom can do nasty things that caused you to be here, and the little boy not listening. Well, that's usually when Pops chooses violence, okay? I would have got slapped in the face. All right, I'd have got backhanded in the mouth or hit with, whatever my mama or daddy could have gotten their hands on. Some of y'all never been beat with an extension cord and then had to go take a bath afterwards, and it shows, okay? Well, in this situation, the parent wasn't the one who chose violence. It was the 15-year-old.
What?
What do you mean the 15-year-old chose violence? Exactly. Let's go to Fox 19 for the report, please.
An argument between a father and son ends with the father being shot.
Lord have
Police were
mercy.
called to a home on Holgate Drive in Forest Park just after midnight. They found 45-year-old Damon Robinson shot in the abdomen. A caller to 911 said Robinson was shot by his 14-year-old son. Several others in the home hid in a bedroom until medics arrived. Robinson's injury is not believed to be life-threatening. It is not clear if the teen is in custody.
This young man has been charged with shooting his father because his daddy told him to go to bed and he didn't want to. Now, there is good reasons to shoot your father, but this isn't one of them, okay? Don't look at me like that. There's reasons. Father could be abusive, okay? Could be a form of self-defense.
Okay.
Father could be abusing the mom, sister. I mean, there are reasons that are valid and make sense, but this isn't one of them. Okay, you can't even tell your kids go to bed without getting shot nowadays. First of all, who are these 15-year-old kids that argue with their parents? Okay, I didn't have those kind of balls when I was 15. Argue with the parents, that's some new stuff. And the reason it's new was because there used to be a time when the parents chose violence. Okay, you're not arguing with someone who you know will go upside your head. But I guess if you're the kid and you the one bringing the violence, you're going to talk back. All right, I'm not going to lie. I don't believe in beating my kids. Okay, I would rather talk to my kids, but man, it probably would have served this 15-year-old well to have had to go pick a switch a couple times in his life. Okay, I know you can't put hands on kids nowadays because they will say it's abuse and all types of other things. But when a father says, and I quote, this is what the father said, he can't stay with me, Your Honor. Okay, it's pretty much self-explanatory to see where I'm at. And you know where he was? In a hospital room with medical equipment surrounding him, where he's still recovering from the shooting. Okay, the father said, I feel like these little problems been popping up. And I feel like it's a slap on the wrist to let him out right now. Totally understand that. My father did the same to me when I was getting in a lot of trouble. And, I went to jail. He let me sit there for a while to get my mind right. But you know why those little problems keep popping up? Because that little boy thinks you one of his little friends. And when the kids think you one of their little friends, things like this happen. Okay, that's why your parents have to constantly remind you, I'm not one of your little friends. Okay, now the judge said there's only one way she would consider releasing the teen, and that is if there's a plan with a place, if there's a plan for him to have a place to stay, okay, when he gets out. But the daddy said he can't stay in my house. And can you blame him? All right? The kid shot his daddy in the stomach, all right? His attorney wanted the teen to turn over to whichever guardian is able to take him today. Do you know how bad you got to be for them to say, we don't care what guardian is available to take him today, just take him? I promise, as you get older, you start to see who was raised properly, and so many people lack basic respect. Okay, the Bible says, cursed is the one who disrespects his father and mother. Cursed is what the book of Deuteronomy says you will be if you disrespect your father and mother. That's just disrespect. I don't know what happens if you shoot your parents. Please give this 15-year-old kid in Ohio the biggest hee-haw. Hey, man, your parents may not be perfect, but they're the most precious gift God has given you. All right. And if they giving you a place to stay, and all they ask you to do is go to bed at 15 years old, and your response is to shoot them, I don't know how you repair that one, bro.
Can't.
I just don't. I mean, I know you have unconditional love for the kids, but man.
Nope.
Ugh.
Gotta get out.
I already got PTSD. I already got trust issues, and now my kid just shot me in the stomach because I told him to go to bed.
Good luck.
At 15? Young man? You might have to figure it out on your own, brother. I don't think it's enough therapy in the world to fix that one.
All right. Well, thank you for that donkey today. Now, let's open up the phone lines. Usually we do Ask E, but we couldn't get her connected today. She's out in Atlanta. So we seen this story on
this is a good
TikTok, all right?
This is a good one.
Now, a 25-year-old, she's being talked about on TikTok like crazy, is trending because she said that people can't survive on less than $10,000 a month.
Yeah, I got wind of this because I was looking at World Star's Instagram, salute to World Star, and I saw DC Young Fly post that $100,000 a year is definitely good money, almost $8,750 a month. Don't you listen to a mother effer who depend on somebody else to have money to tell you what it is and what ain't.
Now, she's an aspiring musician. She's, I guess she makes less than $10,000 a month. She's saying $117,000 annually is not a lot of money.
And she lives in Arizona.
Let's hear the audio.
This is wild.
$117,000 a year is $10,000 a month. It's not that I live a lavish lifestyle. It's that I live an adult life. I'm 25 years old. You cannot survive on $10,000 a month. I can't. She's
clearly living above her means.
Let's talk about it. What's the question? What are we asking?
Can you live off $117,000 annually? Is $10,000 a month not enough to survive on?
I would love to hear people that say no, they can't.
I just want to hear from people, period. I want to hear what they think about what she said.
As a kid growing up, my mom and dad, I don't even think they made over $100,000 as a kid growing up. And we lived in a nice house. I went to a nice school, but people can say that was a long time ago.
That was the late 1900s. Okay. That's a totally different time. Late 1900s is a totally different time. Inflation, things cost a lot more now. So I don't even want to do that.
Okay.
Because I could easily say, hey, my mom, the most she ever made was $30,000 a year in Monk's Corner, South Carolina, raising 4 or 5 of us. You know what I mean? So like that, but that's the 1900s. But totally different time.
But teachers make how much now? About $40,000, $50,000 now.
That is true,
right? And if you're, let's say you work for, sanitation starting out, or if you're a police officer starting out, you make about $50,000, $60,000. That's less than $117,000 if you're married. And I know teachers that own a house.
Hey man, you listen.
But let's talk about it.
Yeah,
800-585-1051. All right, we'll take your calls when we come back. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Donkey of the Day is brought to you by the Law Office of Michael S. Lamonsoff. Don't be a donkey. Dial pound 250 on your cell and say the bull if you've been hurt in a construction accident. That's pound 250 from your cell and say the bull.